And looking at the Elite 15 season, we do have 4 majors. Chicago was the first one, Stockholm is the second one now, and then we have 2 more majors coming up on the 10th of February in Vienna and the 2nd of March in Washington. And after that, we have quite a few athletes already qualified for the Elite 15 race at the World Championships. But in order to fill up the entire field, we will have 2 more so-called last chance qualifier. And the last chance qualifier is exactly what the name says. It's the last chance to qualify.
So I've really liked the fact that there's more majors. Obviously last year there was the European champs and the North America champs and then the world champs. So it's nice that there's more big elite races. Before I did an elite race, I loved watching the likes of Meg Jacobi, Lauren Weeks, like all of the top girls on the floor together competing. It's just, I would tune in and watch it all the time. So the fact there's more races is phenomenal, and it kind of blows my mind a little bit that I'm starting on the line with some of these girls as well. It's a little bit crazy.
I think obviously the 4 majors has given the sport a lot more exposure as well, and I think it's great that actually you're starting to see kind of some newer athletes come through that are getting in the Elite 15, and actually, you know, the likes of kind of myself and Kate actually now have the opportunity to stand on the start line with some of the best people in the world. So it's awesome, and I think the more probably the majors there are kind of throughout the year, like the continuation of the sport's just going to grow, which is, you know, brilliant for everyone.
The way they've structured it is kind of like a good way for like the top athletes to come together. You still need a very good time to be able to compete in the top 15. So, but it means you're racing the top 15 guys or top 20, say, because there's always roll down spots. So you're always you've got that maybe 4 times a year. So you're always wanting to push further and further.
Yes, since it's a lot more competitions now, and there are a lot, like the best will probably be on most of the majors, then I think it's a great opportunity to, yeah, shake your training and actually fight against them, because I think everyone in the Elite 15 love to compete. That's why we're here.
Having the opportunity to meet the best athletes in this sport is great. I've never raced professionally in any other sport, and to me it's amazing. Most of them were people who I was watching in the Elite 15 in Chicago when I did my first Hyrox. Now I can race with them face to face, and I have their respect as well. So to me it's like a dream. Super happy to be here with these guys that I felt like they were heroes when I still feel it. So.
So for me, it's about getting to race the best of the best and continuing to test myself. When you run a normal race against regular competition, or maybe even you don't have the same level of competition, it's much easier. You can run your style and your race, and you know, it's not the same adrenaline, it's not the same pressure. So I think the more opportunities people have to go against the best, it's just going to elevate your own personal game. And it always solidifies something, and I learn something about myself.
I really like the system. It gets a lot of criticism left and right, and people are not happy. But I think looking at it from a meta perspective and thinking about all the little tweaks that are necessary in order to have a globally fair setup, I think we kind of nailed it for now, and I'm really happy to see that the best of the best qualify.